You have no manners, do you? Mrs. Yon Mokin, her sharp eyes glaring at Thong, talking back to your earnest like that. Where did you learn that? Such arrogant. Thong standing tall, arms crossed, refused to look down. With all due respect, Mrs. Yon, I only defended myself when I was accused of something I didn't even do. Beside Mrs. Yon, her daughter scoffed. Defended? You insulted my mother right on her face. You think you are special just because you are Jimin's friend? Thong accelerated sharply, trying to cool his temper in check. This is his best friend's wedding. I need as a want to make a scene at Jimin's wedding. In-laws. I didn't insult anyone. I simply refused to be disrespected. Mrs. Yon, you bumped into me and didn't even bother it to say sorry. Thong. For God's sake, I didn't bump into you. It was you who bumped into me. I was just simply doing my work. Jimin came running, defending his best friend. What happened? Why are you guys fighting? Mrs. Yon crossed her arms. Jimin, you are so much mannered then. How come you have such a arrogant best friend? Jimin mouth open. What are you saying, Mom? It isn't like that. He's my best friend and I know him better. He is not arrogant. Maya, are you kidding me, Jimin? Are you trying to say we are wrong and he is right? Jimin, no, Maya, it isn't like that. I'm not saying you are wrong or Mom is wrong. I'm just defending my best friend because he is not what you are calling him. Zion, Jimin, you are going to be Jion soon. You should take our side, not his. Hyungi, what is happening here? Everyone turned into Yoongi, who stood tall. Mrs. Yeon hesitated. Yoon, look, this young guy insulted me, Yoon. There was a silence for some time. Jimin wanted to say something, defend his best friend, but he knows if he did, he will be seen bad. Hyungi, Mom, you shouldn't talk to him like that because he is not what you are calling him. He is not arrogant. Jimin's best friend Taeyong is a very sweet and polite guy. So, don't say I don't know about him. I know him more than I know you guys. He is like my little brother to me. Taeyong, I was saying this Young, but they don't want to believe me. Mrs. Yeon, this is exactly why I can't stand you. No humanity, no respect, just an ego too big for your own good. Taeyong, respect is all need, Mrs. Yuan. Taeyong replied coldly, not demanded. Gasp echoes through them as few people started whispering. Just then, a firm yet calm voice interrupted. Namjoon, I don't see why Taeyong should stand here and be insulted. Kim Namjoon, Taeyong's father spoke, stepping beside his son. If you expect respect, maybe you should give it first. Kim Seokjin, Taeyong's mother, nodded. Our son was raised to speak for himself. If you have a problem with that, it's yours to deal with, not his. Namjoon, don't you dare to drag my son ever again. With that, he took Taeyong's wrist and dragged him with himself. His dad followed them. Mrs. Yeon and her daughter scoffed. Shungi, are you guys really want to make a scene in here on the wedding venue? Mrs. Yeon, Hyungi, do you really think we are like this? He started it first. Hyungi raised his palm, stopping them. Please, I don't want to hear more. And I request you to let the marriage happen in peace. I don't want any inconvenience. With that, he also left. The car stopped in front of the entrance of the grand wedding venue. John Jungkook stepped out. Watching the breathtaking location, he adjusted his strap on the back side as he rolled his suitcase forward. His flight had been landing, exhausting, but he was finally home for his elder brother Yoongi's wedding. The venue was buzzing with guests, staff, and family members preparing for the engagement ceremony. Jungkook barely knew anyone here, and honestly, he wasn't sure how the next day would go. Dragging his suitcase behind him, he walked further inside the venue. That's when his eyes landed on the boy standing on the stool, carefully placing fairy lights into the tree. Jungkook didn't know his name yet, but something about the way he moved, the way the golden light kissed his skin, and the way his soft brown hair fell over his forehead made Jungkook slow his step. Taeyong bit his lip in concentration, reaching up to tuck the light higher on the brush. just a little more. Then his foot slipped. A sharp yell escaped his lips as he lost the balance. Jungkook dropped his bags, turning forward. Within seconds, Thong landed against his chest, strong arm wrapping securely around his waist. Thong breathed easier. His wide eyes met Jungkook's gaze, and suddenly everything else disappeared. Jungkook held on him, tightened unconsciously. Are you okay? Thong stayed stunned and blinked, his face heating up by the second. Yes, I think so. Jungkook, you think? Thong cleared his throat, quickly stepping back, but his balance wobbled again. Jungkook coughed him once more, chuckling softly. You sure? Thong groaned in embarrassment, looking away as he tried to steady himself. I swear I don't usually fall into strangers' arms like this. Jungkook smirked. Lucky me then. Thong's cheeks turned into deeper shade of pink. What? Jungkook tilted his head. Nothing. Just you should be more careful. Thong bit his lip, finally gaining the courage to look into Jungkook's properly. The perfectly short line, the dark hair, and the deep brown eyes, making him hypnotized. Jungkook raised an eyebrow. What? Thong quickly looked away, flustered. Nothing. Jungkook let out a soft laugh. I'm Jungkook, by the way. Thong hesitated before meeting his gaze again. Thong. Jungkook. Thong. Jungkook repeated, letting out his name roll off his tongue. His smile grew. Nice name, suits you. Thong's heart did a little flip. Thank you. Jungkook was clearly amused. So, are you always this clumsy or do you just enjoy making dramatic entrance? Thong looked at him, crossing his arms. Excuse me, I was walking. Jungkook. Right, of course. Jungkook nodded with seriousness. Risking your life in the name of wedding decoration. Thong narrowed his eyes. You are annoying, Jungkook. And you are cute when you are mad. Thong's mouth fell open, his entire face turning red. Who said I am mad? Jungkook shrugged, his smirk widening. Just a guess. Thong groaned, turning away before Jungkook could see how much his cheeks were burning. I have work to do. Jungkook shook head, watching him go, his gaze lingering on Thong's restraining figure, his own heart beating a little faster than before. The entire venue was bathed with golden lights, shimmering under the evening sky. Guests were gathered, and the engagement ceremony was about to begin. Everything looked perfect. The decoration, the seating, the flower, except for one thing. Kim Thong wasn't ready yet. Jimin, it's the last warning for you. If you don't get ready soon and come to the venue, I'm breaking our friendship, I swear. Thong turned it back, applying mascara. Shut up and get out of my room. Jimin, I'm the bride and you are telling me to get out? Thong, Minnie, please, you're gonna give me panic attack. So just leave. Jimin rolled his eyes, coughing. Fine, just come soon. I will not wait long. Thong, shit. He muttered under his breath, rushing into his room. He had spent the entire day making sure every little thing was perfect for Jimin. For decoration to last minute fix it. He had been running around like crazy. Now, with barely any time left, he had to get himself ready. Thong tossed his shirt onto the bed, standing in front of the mirror as he quickly fixed his hair, his skin glistening slightly with sweat from all the work he had done. He reached for the fresh shirt on the bed, and suddenly the door swung open. Thong froze. John Jungkook stood in the doorway, his eyes widening as he at Thong, shirtless, his frame back facing Jungkook. He turned in shock. Jungkook's breath issued. He hadn't meant to walk into someone's room and witness this. Thong realized it was just happening. He gasped. What the? In panic, he grabbed the nearest thing, a pillow, and held it against his bare chest. Yeah, what the hell are you doing? Jungkook immediately turned it around, his ears turning red. Shit, sorry, I didn't knock. Thong, you didn't know? Thong raised his voice, still pressing the pillow against his hip. Do you always enter people's room without knocking? Jungkook, I swear I didn't mean to. Thong groaned, rushing to grab his shirt. I swear to God, Jungkook, you have the worst timing. Jungkook, I didn't see anything. Jungkook quickly added, as if trying to save himself. Not really, just like a little. Tong glared at him, wearing his shirt fast as he could. Shut up before I kill you, Jungkook. Jungkook presses his lips together, clearly trying not to laugh. And Tong's luster instead. Okay, I will just stand here and not look. Tong rolled his eyes, his face still burning with embarrassment. Too late for that dumbass. Jungkook chuckled under his breath. You look good though. Taeyong almost choked while fixing his buttons. What? Jungkook. I said nothing. Jungkook smirked, finally turning back around and see Taeyong all dressed. Taeyong groaned, running a hand through his hair. Why are you even here? Jungkook. I swear I didn't mean to walk into your room like that. He lifted his hand in surrender before slowly raising the neatly folded clothes in his hand. I was just looking for a place to get ready. Taeyong frowned. What do you mean? Why all you come here? Jungkook started rubbing his back on his neck. My room is completely occupied. My uncles decided it was the perfect spot for their pre-wedding gossip and drinks, and now they refused to leave. I barely stepped in before they kicked me out, saying the room is big and perfect for them. He scoffed, shaking his head. There's no way I'm going to win against them. Taeyong blinked, processing the situation before realizing. Oh, so you just walked into my room thinking it was empty? Jungkook scratches his head. The door was unlocked, so I assumed no one was here. I didn't mean to. Taeyong sighed, remembering Jimin, who had just left, must have left the door unlocked. He looked at Jungkook, who was standing. Anyway, with a small sigh, he finally spoke. If you need to get ready, you can do it here. Jungkook, are you sure? Taeyong nodded. Yes, it's fine. You can get ready in my room. Jungkook smiled at him. Thank you, really. I brought my clothes and makeup accessories with me, so I won't make a mess. The engagement had ended. People were laughing and chatting as everyone finally had some time to relax. Jungkook and Yoongi's friends decided to explore the local market. Jungkook also did some shopping. He picked something for his parents, for Jimin and Yoongi, for his sister, and before he even realized it, his eyes landed on something that reminded him of Taeyong. Without a second thought, he bought it. Now, back to the villa. Jungkook's parents and sister were sitting together in the suit, excitedly unwrapping their gifts. His mother, Mrs. John, smiles as she admired the delicate silk scarf Jungkook bought for her. His father liked the handcrafted pin, while his sister giggled over the bracelet Jungkook had bought for her. Everything was good, happy, until Mrs. John's eyes landed on a certain gift, a beautiful, unwrapped box on the table. The name written on the small tag attached to it, Kim Taeyong. Mrs. John's eyes instantly faded. She picked the box, turning to Jungkook, glaring. Jungkook, what is this? Jungkook was sipping his drink, turning back to look at her confused. What do you mean? Mrs. Young's finger tightened around the box as she held it up. Why did you buy a gift for Taeyong? Jungkook's father and sister both puzzled, turning their attention to him. Jungkook blinked, caught off guard. He hesitated for a moment before shrugging. I just thought of him. When I saw it, it's nothing special, Mom. His mother scoffed. Nothing special. You bought gift for your family, which makes sense. You bought gift for Jimin and Yoongi because it's their wedding. But Taeyong, what is your relationship with him that you needed to buy him a gift? Jungkook started rubbing the back of his neck. Mom, it's just a small gift. He worked hard for the wedding. I just wanted to appreciate him. His sister. Or maybe you're getting too involved with him, brother. Jungkook frowned. What is supposed to mean? Mrs. Yeon crossed her arms. It means that you need to be careful, Jungkook. That boy, he is not someone I approve of. Be careful of him. Now Jungkook is getting irritated by her words. You barely even know him. Mrs. Yeon, I know enough to see how he carries himself, how he speaks without holding back. I don't like people who talk back to their elders with such arrogance. I know one thing, I hate him. Jungkook's patience was breaking. Dong isn't arrogant. He just doesn't like people who try to make him feel down without any reason. There's difference, Mom. Mrs. Yon narrowed at her son's tone. Are you arguing with me over him? Jungkook let out a laugh. I'm just saying, you are judging him unfairly. His sister scoffed. You have only known him for a day, and suddenly you are defending him like this, like we are nothing to you. Jungkook exhaled sharply, grabbing the box from his mother's hand. Believe whatever you want, he muttered. I don't need permission to give someone a gift. Jungkook was about to walk out of the room when his mother stopped him and snatched the gift from him. Jungkook, Mom, what are you doing? He was shocked. Mrs. Yeon tore the box and pulled out the gift. She also tore the gift, making Jungkook furious. Mom, what the hell did you do? Mrs. Yeon pointed a finger at Jungkook angrily. I don't like that boy. I am telling you one last time. Stay away from him, or else I will make him know his place. With that, she walked out of the room. Sister, you better know Oppa. When mom says something, she will do it. So it's better for you to stay away from that person whom we don't like. She also left. Jungkook runs his finger through his hair, frustrated. What the hell is this problem with Taeyong? Why they think of him so wrong? I know him for a day and just know that he is the most humble, polite and lovable. How can they didn't see it, Mr. John? Jungkook, it wasn't his fault. I can't say much, but your mom and sister began a fight over a silly reason. And when he answered them on their face, they thought he is the bad boy. Standing for yourself isn't a bad thing. In fact, I like that. Think of him. Don't worry about them. If you like him, go for it. Tell him you like him. Jungkook looked at his father shocked. You don't have any problem like them? Mr. John, no, I don't. In fact, I want him as my son-in-law. Jungkook quickly lowered his head in shyness. Dad, don't say like that. Mr. John, oh, are you shy? Well, Jungkook, know one more thing. Just don't make him pregnant. Or else, you know your mother. Before convincing her, don't do anything funny business. Jungkook, you know your mother isn't a bad person. She simply is angry at Taeyong. It will take little time for her to accept him. And before that, if she came to know you guys did something, she will again blame him. So, don't make it hard for him. He walked toward Jungkook, patting Jungkook's shoulder. Now you are smart to understand my words. Next day, the wedding ceremony was happening. The air was filled with the sweet scent of fresh flowers. The sound of waves crashing softly in the background. Yoongi and Jimin stood on the Atla, exchanging vows. With love-filled eyes, their fingers intertwined as they promised it before to each other. The guests watched in admiration, throwing flower petals in celebration. Taeyong looked at Jungkook, thinking, how will it feel to marry Jungkook? How will it feel to stand there while Jungkook holding his hand? Jungkook and Taeyong found themselves looking at each other. Once again, their glances met across the crowd. A silent changing passes between them. Taeyong smirked before grabbing a handful of flower petals and playfully throwing them on Jungkook. Jungkook blinked in surprise before narrowing his eyes. Oh, so you are in a playful mood? Taeyong gasped dramatically and runs away, laughing as he waved through the crest. Jungkook was right behind him, laughing, chasing him. They ran past the decorated chairs, the table adorned with the food, drinks. Soon their playful chase led them further away until the sound of wedding faded in the distance. When they finally stopped, panting and breathless from laughter, they realized that they came far from the venue. The world around them felt quiet. Their eyes met. The playful energy turned it into something softer, something deeper. And for the first time, neither of them felt the need to run away. Jungkook smirked as he slowly stepped closer to Taeyong. Taeyong, feeling Jungkook walking toward him, he stepped back, his back, heart pounding against his ribs. His breath issued. When he realized that there was nowhere left to go, his back met the wall behind him. Jungkook watched Taeyong's flushed face. Jungkook, running away already? He hesitated, voice smooth. Taeyong swallowed hard, his fingers gripping the fabric of his shirt as he avoided Shankuk's gaze. I wasn't running, he whispered. Shankuk shook led, walking more closer and suddenly dropping flowers petals on Taeyong, on which Taeyong closed his eyes. You are breathtaking, he said, bringing his hand up to brush stray petal from Taeyong's hair. Do you have someone in your heart? He touched Taeyong's cheek delicately. His touch sent shivers down Taeyong's spine. Taeyong shook his head. Then why do you look so nervous? Shankuk asked, his voice dripping lower. Taeyong bit his lip, his cheeks turning shade of darker under Shankuk's gaze. I am not. Shankuk leaned in, just a little, close enough for Taeyong to catch his faint scent of the collar. Liar, he whispered, his breath gusting over Taeyong's skin. For a moment, neither of them moved. The sound of the waves crashing against the shore faded in the background. As they stood there, heart racing, eyes locked, Shankuk's hands slowly traveling down toward Taeyong's waist. He grabbed the waist and pulled Taeyong closer, letting their breath mingle. Do I fit for your type, Petal? Taeyong inhaled a shaky breath, face so close to Shankuk's. Maybe. He teases. Shankuk squeezed his waist, making him part his lips, and a shaky breath left. Liar. Then Shankuk pulled it back with a smile. Let's head back before they start looking for us, he said, stepping away. Taeyong exhaled, not realizing he had been holding his breath. He nodded quickly, brushing his hair back to compose himself, and then Shankuk grabbed his hand, intertwining their fingers, and walked toward the venue, leaving Taeyong blushing mess. After the wedding, the groom, Hyungi, pulled Jungkook along to join the group of friends who were already seated in the private bar area near the beach. The atmosphere was lighter, filled with laughter and drinking glasses. As everyone celebrated the new wedding, Jungkook sat down, his fingers tracing the rim of the glass, when one of Young's friends nudged him. Faint one. So, Jungkook, he called, taking a sip from his drink. You have been awfully quiet tonight. What's up? No girlfriend waiting for you home back? Another friend shook it. Yeah, come on, man. A guy like you, rich, handsome. There's no way you are single. Third friend. Yeah, Jungkook, reveal your girlfriend or any lover. At their words, Jungkook gripped on the glass tightened. His jaw clenching, an unknown memory flashes into his back. His ex-voice echoed in his head. You are crazy, Jungkook. Possessive, obsessive, suffocating. You don't love me. You just want to own me. You never get the real love with this attitude. Her last word hit him like a slap, and before he could control it, the glass in his hand cracked under the pressure of his grip. A few of the guys flinched at the sudden shatter, pieces falling onto the floor. Jungkook remained still, his knuckles white. Hyungi, Jungkook, oh no, what did you guys do? Hyungi said, placing a hand on Jungkook's shoulder. His brows furrowed in concern. Jungkook exhaled sharply, shaking off the memory. He tried to brush off the incident like it was nothing. Guess what? This handsome rich man is cursed by someone who can't get love. He muttered, reaching for a napkin to wipe the blood from his palm. Hyungi, Jungkook, you need a treatment, let's go. Jungkook got up angrily, throwing the bottle on the floor. I don't need anyone. And he turned it to leave. Hyungi, what did you guys do? His friend was puzzled. We did nothing, Hyungi. Friend 2. Yeah, we just asked him a simple question. Was that hard to answer? Hyungi runs his hand through his hair. No, but the problem has been created now, and I don't know how big the storm will be after this. You guys just memorized the name of his ex, who left him saying mean words. Friendly. And now he thinks he is the problem. Hyungi, I know my brother is not the problem. He just don't know how to overcome it. It still hurts him, thinking he won't be able to get love he always yearned for. Anyone. Hyungi, there's always a way. What if God sent him someone to love? Hyungi, I hope he gets that person soon. Meanwhile, Jungkook, wiping his tears, walked into the villa. His mind complete chaos, tears falling. He just some thoughts. Would he ever be loved for who he was? Or was he truly incapable of something as simple as love? Across the valley, Tyong was laughing with Shipin, unaware of the storm in Jungkook's mind. But fate had funny way to intertwine their lives. Mrs. Yeon, who was picking some of her stuff from living room, looked at her son, entering with bloody in hand. Jungkook, what's this? She rushed to him, grabbing his hand, but he jerked her hand away. Jungkook, don't touch me. I don't deserve to be cured. Mrs. Yeon, what are you saying? What happened? Jungkook didn't answer. Just a few more people entered the living room. Jimin, his parents, and Tong also entered. Tong is seeing Jungkook in the situation. He moved to get close to Jungkook, but Jimin grabbed his hand. Jimin, where are you going? Tong eyes full of tears. Jimin, he needs me. Jimin tightened his hold on Tong's hand, holding him on place. You are not going to him, Tong. Tong turned to him. What are you saying? Look at him. He needs treatment. And why is crying? I need to know. Jimin, someone must have remembered him of his ex. Tong looked at him shocked. His ex? Jimin nodded. Yeah, she left him some years ago. Tong. Oh, so he remembered her. More tears fell from his eyes. Jimin. Not like that. But don't go to him. I can't risk this. He gets totally crazy when he gets mad. Tong. So you are not allowed to go to him. Just then Tong saw Jungkook leaving the living room and he took a step forward to go after Jungkook, just to feel the pull on his wrist. Jimin, told you, you are not going. Tong, he needs me. Jimin, leave me. He jerked his hand off from Jimin and runs after Jungkook. Jungkook stormed into his room, his chest rising and falling heavily with rage. The door slammed shut behind him. He yanked off the suit jacket and threw it on the floor. His fist clenched. You will never get the real love in your life. You are psycho, Jungkook. Possessive, obsessive. Who could ever love someone like you? Her cruel voice replayed in his mind again and again. Each was cutting through his heart. His vision blurred with tears. But he refused to let them fall. Instead, his anger took over. With a sharp growl, he grabbed the nearest object, a crystal vase, from the beside table and threw it against the wall. The glass shattered into the pieces, but it wasn't enough. His hand itched to destroy more, to silence the voice inside his head. Just as he reached for a framed photo, the sound of the door opening made him buzz. Tong heard the commotion and stepped inside. Tong, Jungkook. He barely got the name out of it. Jungkook lost his range, grabbed the heavy candle holder and ready to throw. For a second, Jungkook saw nothing but the ghost of his past hunting him. But then his eyes refocused, and instead of the woman who had shattered his heart, he saw Tong standing there, wide eyes and speechless. Jungkook froze, his grip tightening around the object before he slowly lowered it. His breath issued as he realized what had almost done. Tong took a step forward, scanning the room. Jungkook, what's that? Is okay. Jungkook exhaled sharply, running a shaky hand through his hair. Get out. Tong didn't move. Not until you tell me why. Jungkook let out a bitter chuckle, shaking his head. It's none of your business. But Tong saw the hurt behind Jungkook's anger, the pain he was trying to hold back, and of some reason it made Tong hurt. Tong, won't you feel? You are bleeding. Tong pointed toward Jungkook's hand, which had fresh cut from the shattered glass. Jungkook covered, purely sparing him a glance. It's nothing. Tong sighed before stepping closer, carefully. He reached out, his fingers barely holding Jungkook's wrist. Come on, let me clean it. Jungkook looked down at where Tong touched him, something unreadable in his eyes. For the first time in a long while, he felt his anger fading, not because it was gone, but because someone was willing to step into the storm with him instead of running away. And and it left him completely speechless. Jungkook sat on the edge of the bed, his body still trembling with anger and pain. Taeyong kneeled in front of him, carefully wrapping the cut on Jungkook's hand with a tissue. Silence between them. Jungkook, she left me. Jungkook finally muttered. Said I was possessive, too controlling. That suffocated her. Taeyong possessed. His gaze lifted to Jungkook's face, his jaw clenched. I loved her. Jungkook continued laughing bitterly. I gave her everything, but she called me a psycho. Said I will never find love because of the way I am. His finger curled into fist, and maybe she was right. Taeyong swallowed. She wasn't right. He said softly. Jungkook exhaled sharply, his hand gripping the bedsheet. You don't understand, Taeyong. I get jealous. I get angry. I want the person I love to be only mine, and she hated that. His gaze darkened. She said no one could ever love a man like me. Taeyong chased ashes. At the sight of Jungkook breaking down, he hesitated before placing a hand gently over Jungkook's. That's not true. Jungkook let out a shaky breath before suddenly pulling Taeyong forward, gripping his waist tightly. His knees struck into Taeyong's skin through the fabric of his shirt, desperate, needing something to hold on. Taeyong gasped softly at the sudden closeness. Feeling Jungkook's breath against his shoulder, his hand moved to Jungkook's back, fingers running smoothly over the tense muscles. Jungkook, I just wanted someone to love me the way I loved them. Jungkook whispered, his voice breaking. Taeyong felt his heart shattered at those words. He had never seen someone so strong, so untouchable, look so fragile. Taeyong, you deserve love, Jungkook. Taeyong muttered, real love, the kind that doesn't make you question yourself. Jungkook didn't respond. He held onto Taeyong tighter, as if afraid that if he let go, he would fall apart completely. Taeyong bit his lip, his heart stinging with unshed tears. Seeing Jungkook like this, vulnerable, so broken, it hurts. It hurts more than he expected. Without thinking, he tilted Jungkook's face, and before he could stop himself, he could think anything, he leaned in and pressed a soft, lingering kiss against Jungkook's lips. It wasn't rushed, it wasn't desperate, it was warm, gentle, a silent promise that Jungkook wasn't alone. Jungkook inhaled sharply, his grip on Taeyong's waist tightening for a moment before slowly relaxing. When Taeyong pulled back, his eyes fixed in tears. Taeyong, you are not unloved, Jungkook, he whispered, not to me. Jungkook rose, his breath itching. Taeyong softly pressed against his. It was warm, it was something Jungkook had never expected. Taeyong pulled back slightly, his face inches away. Taeyong, Jungkook. He sounded as if asking Jungkook to kiss him.